ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशस्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः।
अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्लोक नंबर 24। सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामान्
सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामान्
त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः
त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः
मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामम्
मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामम्
विनियम्य समन्ततः
विनियम्य समन्ततः
शनैः शनैरुपरमेद्
शनैः शनैरुपरमेत्
बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
बुद्ध्या
बुद्ध्या
धृतिगृहीतया
धृतिगृहीतया
आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा
आत्मसंस्थं
आत्मसंस्थं
मनः
मनः
कृत्वा
कृत्वा
न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
न
न
किञ्चिदपि
किञ्चिदपि
चिन्तयेत्
चिन्तयेत्
यतो यतो निश्चरति
यतो
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 निश्चरति
निश्चरति
मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
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 ततस्ततो नियम्यैतत्
ततस्ततो
ततस्ततो नियम्येतत्
आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत्
आत्मन्येव
आत्मन्येव
वशं
वशं नयेत्
प्रशान्तमनसं येनम्
प्रशान्तमनसं
प्रशान्तमनसं येनम्
योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
उपैति शान्तरजसम्
उपैति शान्तरजसम्
ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषम्
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 Up to this we have seen Prashantamanasam Enam. That is Dhyana Phalam is talked about. Having discussed about the Antaranga Sadhana, the Dhyana Swarupam, Dhyana Phalam, again some Bhagiranga Sadhana, then Dhyana Swarupam, Dhyana Lakshanam, then again Dhyana Phalam. So we have to categorize the shloka. The chapter is Dhyanam, Dhyana Yoga. Yoga, the context, Yoga, the name. So Dhyana Yoga, Yogo Nama Shashtodhyayaha. Dhyanam, from the Dhyai Dhatu. Dhyanam, Bhavarte. Dhyanam, meditation, is it an action or it is a state? It is, in fact, it is a state. It's like bhakti. You don't say, I do bhakti. Bhakti is a bhava. Similarly, dhyanam is also a state. But the state cannot be gained without practice. It has to be gained through practice. It has to be gained by repeated practice and persistence. Persistence is important because the mind doesn't obey our commands. The thoughts which comes to the mind doesn't come to my wish. It comes what I had gathered. That alone comes vasana. Vasana purvakam bhavati. Whatever vasana, whatever I had gathered. So that alone comes. That is why the purva, that vasana, the purva vasana which are not conducive for spiritual sadhana to be replaced by the new vasana, and that also has to be dropped. Ultimately, what is required is the mind has to be made focus on the object of meditation. Dhyanam, as we saw, it can be Saguna Brahma Dhyanam or Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam. If it is Saguna Brahma, it is what is called Upasana. Upasana precedes, that is Saguna Brahma Dhyanam precedes Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam. Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam not possible without Saguna Brahma. Upasana. That is, Upasana also plays a role. Upasana otherwise called Dhyanam. Saguna Brahma Upasana, it's called Dhyanam. Nirguna Brahma Upasana, Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam, it's called Nididhyasa. We use the word Dhyanam commonly. For Upasana, there is a form or a nama rupa. Vishnu Sahasranamam. Chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam mentally. This problem with all these stotram, not problem with the stotram, the problem with the people who knows the source stotram, all these stotram by heart. Without seeing the book, they could chant. But the problem is, the lips chant, but the mind is elsewhere. Lips chant. Lalita Sahasranamam fluently chants, but the mind is elsewhere. The mind is not with the Lalita. The mind is not with Vishnu. So it's only lip service. So that is Upasana, where the mind as well as the words, everything is with the object of meditation. That requires tremendous practice. If one can master this, if one can chant Vishnu Sahasranamam, not having even a shift, a deviation, just the thoughts is only on the Vishnu Sahasranamam. That is itself a big achievement. Therefore, only we define Vijatiya Pratyaya Anantarita Sajatiya Vritti Pravagaha Sajatiya Vritti Pravagaha Pravaha Manasa Vyapara Dhyanam Vyaparaha Dhyanam Bhavati Vijatiya Pratyaya Anantarita. Vijatiya Pratyaya is Pratyaya which are different from the object of meditation. That Pratyaya should be connected to, should be related to the Dheya Vastu, the object of meditation. That is Sajatiya Pratyaya. So therefore, not allowing the Vijatiya Pratyaya, not allowing the other Pratyaya meaning thoughts, not allowing, and otherwise not making the mind distracted by allowing the other thoughts other than the object of meditation, other than the thoughts on the object of meditation, entertaining only the thoughts regarding the object of meditation, the practice of that manas vyapara, that mental activity, that is what is called dhyanam. And you can see in this chapter, Bhagavad Vyasacharya has borrowed any of the steps of Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, after the first few steps, Yama, Niyama, etc., Asana, Pranayama, etc., this Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Dharanam is focusing the mind. That is, first the mind has to be zoomed in on the Dheya Vastu. That is Dharanam. Dharanam is from the Dhatu, Dhru, holding. Dharanam. Then the mind is now focused. Now it has to be retained. That is Dhyana. That is why Vijatiya Pratyaya Anantarita Sajatiya Pratyaya Pravagaha. Retaining the mind on the Dheya Vastu, on the object of meditation for a length of time. Dhyanam. When it is mastered, when it is done, then it leads to Samadhi. That Samadhi is what we call Dhyatra Dhyane Parityajya Dhyayaika Gocharam Ekatanatvam Nididhyasam, which we saw in Panchadashi. Ekatanatvam. The mind is completely absorbed in the object of meditation. It's Samadhi, and Samadhi can be Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Vikalpena Sagavartate Savikalpa. There is no Vikalpa. There only comes Dhyatra Dhyane Parityajya Dhyayaika Gocharam. Only Atma alone is there. Atma Vritti alone is there. Ekatanatvam is there. That is Samadhi. No other thoughts. Mind is completely absorbed in oneself, in Atma, without Dhyata being there. Without Dhyata being there. So you can see this, all these are brought from, taken from the Yoga Shastra. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. But of course, we differ in Samadhi Palam, as taught in the Yoga Shastra. Samadhi is an avastha. It is Jagrata avastha only. Samadhi is also Jagrata avastha. By Samadhi, one doesn't gain moksha. Samadhi preceded by Jnanam only. The person gains Nishtha and therefore he gains moksha. No Jnanam preceding, by Samadhi alone one cannot become Mukta. It is not possible. In fact, if Dhyaya Vastu, Atma as Dhyaya Vastu is not known, what could be the object of meditation? The mind cannot be made blank and just made to resolve. Mind is not a problem. Mind is a upadhi. It just does its job. How can mind is a problem? There is no annihilation of the mind, destruction of the mind. Manonasha and all. Manonasha making the mind empty, shunya. It is something like making the tool inactive. You cannot make this tool inactive. This is a tool. Mind is a tool. That's why it's karanam. Antakaranam. Yata bhagya karanani. Tadate antakaranam. It is a tool. How to use it? Whether you use it or abuse it. That is the question. It is a tool. Without mind, you cannot know anything. Then what to talk about studying the Shastram and Dhyanam, etc. So for Dhyanam, for Samadhi, mind is required. Where the mind is as a thought without the thinker. Thought without the thinker and without the process of thought. The only that Dhyaya Vastu alone is. That is what is called Samadhi. And Samadhi Palam is that Nishtha. The Nishtha happens in Samadhi. One gets the conviction. Aham Atma Brahma Iti. The Jnana Vritti is allowed to flow completely. Then after that he is free. With eyes open, with eyes closed, he is free only. This Jnana Purvaka Samadhi, that is what we talk about. Not that Samadhi alone gives the moksha palam. Samadhi should be preceded by Jnana. Then Samadhi is nothing but nididhyasana. It is absorption of the mind on the object of meditation, that is Atma. Atma is oneself. Atma is a subject. That becomes the object. Therefore, subject-object fusion. That is in terms of understanding that happens in that state. That is called Samadhi. Ekathanatvam iti. So, therefore, this Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. In the Nididhyasanam, all the Viparita Bhavanas are removed or destroyed, and there is complete conviction of the revelation of the Shastra. That is what takes place in Nididhyasanam. That Paripakva Avastha we saw, that is called Samadhi. So for that, this meditation is the beginning. Prior to that, meditation to be done. So therefore, meditation is like any other activity. It should be a regular activity. There is a shloka in Shiva Aparada Kshamapana Stotra, supposed to be written by Shankaracharya. He says there, Vardhakye Chendriyanam Vigata Gatimatis Chadi Devaditapai Papai Rogai Viyogais Tvanavasita Vapuhu Prodihinam Chadinam Mithya Moha Vilashe Brahmati Mama Durjater Dhyana Shunyam Kshantavyo Me Parada Shiva 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 Bho Mahadeva Shambho Vardhagye Cha Indriyana. That is, it says, all the three or four, the stages of life. That is childhood, youth. In childhood, I didn't do meditation. In childhood, I didn't do meditation. I postponed it for the youth. When I become youth, I will do. In youth also, I am not able to do meditation because balastavat krida saktaha, tarunastavat taruni saktaha. So mind is asaktaha with so many things. So that is also not possible. Then after Grastha-ashrama, Vanaprastha-ashrama, will do meditation. That also doesn't happen. So in three stages, in these three ashrama or in three stages, I am not able to sit quietly and meditate. So meditation has been my daydreaming all the way. Instead of meditating on you, O Lord Shiva, what I meditate is I'm meditating on my mistakes, what I had done before. Kimaham sadhuna karavam, kimaham papama karabamiti. I always meditate on what had happened and the mistakes, or I worry about my future. So I'm never in the present, not meditated. Iti, the person grieves. So beautifully Shankaracharya has said, meditation, it's not for postponing. If it is done, if it is to be done now, otherwise never. So we can understand the importance of this dhyanam meditation. So here that palam is talked about. Dhyana palam. Prashanta manasam. Here you can see that as though the result of the meditation, here the result of meditation is uttamam sukham. Uttamam sukham approaches this person. This person, prashanta manasam, referring to the person. Yenam prashanta manasam, shanta rajasam, brahmabhutam, akalmasham, uttamam sukham. The yoginam, uttamam sukham, upaiti. This uttama sukha approaches this person. So you don't have to go. Sukha comes to you. Sukha comes to whom? Enam. Enam referring to the person who follows this samadhi abhyasa, who does this practice of samadhi abhyasa. Samadhi yogam unjanam enam. Prashanta manasam. Prashanta manasa. Prashanta manaha. Visanraska. Prashantam manaha. Yasya saha. Prashanta manaha means vikshepa ragita manaha ityartaha. There is no vikshepa. Vritti vyapara shunyatvat atma atrasita manasam. There is no other vritti vyapara. Vritti vyapara shunyatva. Only atmamatra atmani eva. Only atmamatra sita manasam. That manas. That person who has that manas, that mind, is a yoginam, dhyana yoginam. Uttamam utkrishtam satvikam sukham. Uttamam is utkrishtam sukham, satvikam sukham. Happiness also we have gradations. Satvika sukha, rajasika sukha, tamasika. Here uttamam sukham, tavah pratyaya, the most exalted, that is satvikam sukham. Sukham upaiti agacchati, tam upaiti agacchati, sukham agacchati. Sukham comes to whom? To this person who is prashanta manasam, shanta rajasam, shantaha rajaha, yasya saha. Rajas means we have to bring in tamas also. So rajas is meant is action, activity. Tamas is also a problem for meditation. If you sleep in meditation, so that slothfulness. So rajas, tamas both are problem. Therefore, shanta rajasam, the vikshepa, again rajas is activity, vikshepa. So shanta rajasam, the rajas is made shanta. Because of rajas only there is action, then an action is pravritti is because of this ragadvesha. So the ragadveshas are the dosha, Therefore, those doshas are made nullified. Therefore, prakshina ragadveshadi dosham. One commentator says prakshina ragadveshadi dosham. And akalmasham nanch bhaguvrihi. Kalmasham na vidyate yasmin saha. Akalmasham avidyamanam kalmasham. Akal vidyamanam kalmasham yasmin. Kalmasham in the form of kalmasham is impurity. So impurity is this punyam, papam is an impurity, punyam also. So that is kalmasha. Both are kalmasha. Punyam is not a kalmasha in the beginning, but later punyam also becomes a problem. So punyam also is like a chain only, gold chain. So Atma is punya papa atitaha. So therefore, punya papa sambandha varjitaha atma. If you meditate on atma, if atma is you, then you also have to be dharma sambandha varjitaha. So it's not only papam, it is both any sort of kalmasha, anything which is anything which dulls, anything which makes the mind impure. That is anything which taints, anything which dullens. That is kalmasha only. Therefore, akalmasham, the person is akalmasham. So akalmasham, kalmasha, there are no impurities. The person is relatively free from papa punya. The person is free from raga dvesha. Raga for dharma is also equally a bondage as the dvesha for adharma. Both. So akalmasham. Brahmabhutam, akalmasham, Brahmabhavam, Brahmatvena Vartamanam, Brahmabhutam, that person, this Sukam, this Uttamam Sukam, this Upaiti Prapnoti. So the ultimate Ananda, the fullness, Uttamam Sukam means Purnatvam, that is in the form of Jnanam. Means a meditator gains his Purnatvam, the fullness, the form of Jnanam, provided the meditator enjoys a mind which is completely tranquil, relaxed, and free from Rajoguna in the form of Karama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, everything. All these things they get subsided in the mind of the person, and the person is free from the impurities, Papa, Raga, Dvesha, etc. Person is free from Papa Punya, Ragitaha, impurities in the beginning. In the beginning, it is Papam, later Punyam also, both. Because the Papam distracts the person, Punyam also equally distracts the person. So that is the idea. But anyway, in the beginning, we can take Kalmasha to be impurities, that is Papam, Raga, Dveshadi, iti. Then Brahma Bhutam. The person here discovered himself to be Brahma. So if it is Brahma, then where is Papa Punyam? Papa Punya Ragitam, Atitam eva Brahma. That is why he said. So Brahma Bhutam, who has discovered himself to be Brahma. So Brahma is without any impurity, free from any dosha. Dosha Ragitam Brahma. That is Akalmasham. Brahma Bhutam, son. Therefore, this happiness goes to that person. It means the person enjoys his happiness, enjoys this Purnatva. Uttamam Sukham is Purnatva, completeness, fullness. Fullness is not by any Vishaya. That fullness, the fullness is the Ananda, it is the Sukham. That is not through Vishaya. It is in spite of the Vishayas. In spite of the Vishaya, Purnatva. If that is there, with Vishayas, he is free. Without Vishayas also, he is free. That is why we have the terms Atmaratihi, Atmaratihi, Atmakridaha. Atma Kridaha, Atmarati Kriyavan, iti the terms what we have. With objects external, the person is Atma Kridaha. With no objects, no people around, is Atmarati. The presence or absence of the objects or the persons around doesn't create any dent in the jnanam of the person. He enjoys that Purnatvam always. Swarupatva, it is a Swarup. So that is the meaning. Then the next shloka we will read. Yunjan evam sadhatmanam
Yunjannevam sadatmanam
yogi vigata kalmashaha
yogi vigata kalmashaha
sukhena brahma samsparsham
sukhena brahma samsparsham
atyantam sukhamashnute.
atyantam sukhamashnute.
See the difference between previous shloka and this shloka. Previous shloka, Uttamam Sukham Upaiti. Uttamam Sukham is the karta. The object is this Enam Yoginam, that yogi is the object. Here, Yogi Ashnute. Yogi is a subject. An object is Sukham. Previous shloka, Sukham is a subject. Object is a yogi. Now, yogi is a subject. Sukham is the object. Why it is said, if Sukha approaches the person, reaches the person, then that person becomes the object. Sukha is the subject, is the agent of approach, reaching. Then Sukha reaches. Now the question comes, Sukha reach him or does he reach Sukha? Does Sukha goes to that person or he approaches Sukha? It is something like saying, when there is a confluence of the river with the ocean, like Ganga Sagar, Ganga entering into the ocean. Does the river enter into the ocean or the ocean enter into the river? You cannot make out. Because the confluence, it is so vast. In fact, you cannot see the other side of the Ganga. Ganga, the river has banks, but you don't see the bank at the confluence, Ganga Sagar. It is so vast, it looks like a sea. So there, whether the Ganga enters into the ocean or the ocean enters into the river, which is subject, which is object, we cannot say. The thing is, it will become one. It is. Therefore, Sukham approaches the person, or the person approaches Sukham. In fact, it is the subject-object fusion happens. There is no really subject-object. They become one. That meditator, that yogi discovers that Ananda to be oneself. That is a fusion. So therefore, if doubt is there, how Sukham reaches a person. Now, therefore, to clarify that, he says, now the person reaches the Sukham. The pain reaches means gains. He gains that Ananda. So therefore, what is the difference between the karta and karma, the subject and the object? No difference. It's only a standpoint. Karma, the object enters the person, the karta. Or the karta gains that karma, the object. Ultimately, it is same. Ultimately, there is a mix-up, there's a mingling as in the Ganga Sagar. Ganga merges with the ocean, or the ocean merges with the Ganga. So similarly, here is the person doesn't see himself as different from this Ananda. Ananda is not different. He is Ananda. So Ananda is a karma or karta. Whether this person is a karta or is an object for Ananda, you cannot say, because the subject object are it is same, one and the same. So it's a way of presenting the previous shloka. Sukham approaches this person, and this shloka, this person gains that Sukham. So Yunjan evam sadatpanam evam, in this manner. This shloka also talks about the palam. Atmanam Yunjan. Yunjan, Yujidatu, Yujir, Yoge, connecting, joining the mind with the Atma. How do you join? Joining is through dhyana, entertaining the thoughts regarding the Atma, the Jaya Vastu. That is how you join. Yunjan, connecting the mind with Atma. That Atma Vritti, Jnana Vritti, entertaining the Jnana Vritti. Vijatiya Anantarita Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha. That is what joining, that is what Dhyanam. Yunjan Sadatmanam is Dhyanam Kurvan Ityartha. Connecting the mind with the Atma in terms of knowledge. That connecting the mind with the Atma, that is connecting the mind with the Atma means that connection, that is in terms of knowledge. That Atma alone is everything. That knowledge, Yogi Yunjan Sadatmanam. Atma alone is everything. Therefore, connecting the mind with the Atma, uniting the mind with the object of meditation, that Atma, that is everything, that knowledge. By that knowledge, Yogi Sukham Ashnute. He gains that Sukham. Sukham Ashnute. The yogi gains Sukham. Uttamam Sukham Ashnute. Because it is Dhyanam, therefore Uttamam Sukham. It is not Vishaya Sukham. Of course, not Vishaya Sukham. It is Sukham. The Sukham is Uttamam Sukham. It is Sukham Purnatvam. It is Purnatvam. Therefore, Evam is Evam, Yunjan Evam Ukta Prakarena. By the method mentioned above, by following the Bhagiranga Sadhana, Antaranga Sadhana, all those things. So, therefore, Ukta Prakarena, Sada, always, Sarvada, always, Atmanam Yunjan, Nirundhan, Atmanam Yunjan, Atmanam Yunjan. Atmanam here, Sada Atmanam Yunjan. Here Atmanam is Manaha. It's a mind. Atmanam is equal to mind. Sada Atmanam Yunjan, connecting the Atmanam, Atma, that is mind, with the knowledge that we have to supply, connecting the mind with the knowledge that Atma alone, idam sarvam iti. That is the connection. Atmanam is Manaha. Not Sadatmanam is not Sadatma. Atma Sachit Anandatma. Here Atmanam is mind. The word Atma has got many meanings. So here Atmanam is equal to Manaha ityartaha. Ditya Vibhakti. Ekavachana. Manaha. Antakaranam. Yunjan. Because Yunjan is there therefore. Yunjan Nirundhan. Atmanam Sada Brahmani Yunjan. Atmani Yunjan. Placing the Atma, the mind in Atma. Atmanam Atmani Yunjan. That Atmani we have to supply. Atmanam is Antakaranam, Manaha, Atmanam, Atmani, Sada Yunjan. Always, Sarvada Yunjan. Yogi Sukham Ashnute. So every time you have to say Yogi Sukham, Uttamam Sukham Ashnute. And Yogi is further qualified by Vigata Kalmashaha. Vigata Kalmashaha Yogi Sukham Ashnute. Vigata Kalmashaha, as we saw before. Here also it is Bhagavad Vigataha. Vigata Kalmashaha, Akalmasham Nanj Bhagavad. Here Vigata Kalmashaha, Yasmat Yoginaha Saha Yogi Vigata Kalmashaha Bhavati. Dharma Samsparkaha Yogi, not touched by Papa Punya, not judged by Dharma. Vigata Kalmashaha, that Kalmasha is gone. From whom? That person. Vigata Kalmashaha. So Vigata Kalmashaha, the word referring to the person, this yogi who has freed himself from papam. Kalmasha, impurities, not only papam, impurities. Any type of impurity, any sort of impurities. So Vigata Kalmashaha yogi, Evam Atmanam Sada Atmani Yunjan, Nirundhan, placing the Atma placing the Atma, the mind on Atma, placing the mind on Atma, Sukhena, Sukhena Sukham Ashnute, Sukhena Sukham Ashnute. What is Sukhena? Sukhena is adverbial. Easily, without any effort. Effort has already been done. Easily, anayasena, easily. Sukhena is adverbial. Sukhena Sukham Ashnute, easily. Sukhena Sukham Ashnute, easily Ashnute enjoys the Sukham, Atma Sukham. And what type of Sukham? It is Brahma Samsparsham Atyantam Sukham. Sukham which is Atyanta Sukham. The Sukham which is Atyanta, which is total, which is complete, which is ultimate. It has to be Purnat. What could be Atyantam? Atyantam, when we say Atyantam, it means it doesn't have limitation. It is unlimited. Purna Mityartha Atyantam. Antam Atikrantam Nityam Ityartha. Nityam, Nitya Sukham. Not Agantuka. Vishaya Sukhams are Agantuka. They come and go. This is Nitya Sukham. Nitya Sukhatvad, it has to be Swarupa Sukham. Therefore, it is Purnatvam. Purnatvam Ashnute. He enjoys. He gains. Purnatvam. Gains means he understands himself to be Purnaha. That makes him complete. That makes him full. That is a Sukha. That is Sukha. The Sukha what you enjoy in Sushupti. Though you are not full, but you enjoy Sukha, some Sukha. The knowledge that Aham Purnaha not there. That is why that Sukha is there only in the sleep. After you wake up, the Sukha goes away. Whereas for a Jnani, that Sukham, that is that Purnatvam, it is Purnatvam, that fullness, that knowledge of Purnatvam, Purnaham, Purnaha Atma, it is always there. Therefore, Sukham always there. Purnatvam is a Sukham. Purna we say because there are no division, subject-object division. There are no other karakas. Only I am there. Like in the sleep. Sleep, nothing is there. That is Ajnanam. But only I am there. I alone is there. There is no second. Advitiya Vastu Nasti. That is the Ananda. That you have to use the word Ananda. In English, we use the word bliss because that happiness is different. Happiness is all through Indriya Vishaya. But bliss is something which is, that's why the word bliss is used. Even though we don't use that word, bliss means that is not through the operation of any sense organs. That bliss is Swarupa. Swarupanandaha. It is Swarupananda. Therefore, it is Purnanandaha. And that is Purnatvam. That is Sukham. So we have to use the word Sukham. That is Ananta, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma, Anantam. Anantam is it has no end. Endless, infinite. That's why infinite Ananda. Infinite Ananda is that Ananda, which is infinite, has to be myself. It has to be my Swarupa. So the Purnatvam. That the Purnatvam, the word is in terms of knowledge. And to contrast with the Sukham, that Vishaya Sukham, Indriya Sukham, we use the word Sukham here also. Anandamiti. Yata Indriyahi Vishayanandaha Bhavati. Through Indriya we get Vishayananda. Here without operating any Vishaya, any Indriya, and there are no Vishayas also. That Sukham is what type of Sukham? That is what we say Ananda. In spite of using the word Sukha, we use the word Ananda. And Ananda, for sometimes instead of the Ananda, the Sukham also is used. So, should not mistake the Sukham for the limited Sukham. That is why we translate as Purnatvam. Purnatvam Ashtate, enjoys completeness, fullness. Brahma Sansparsham Atyantam. Brahma Sansparsham. Brahma Sansparsham. Brahma Samsparsham Atyantam Sukham. Brahma Samsparsham is Brahmana Samsparshaha. Tadatmyam Yasya Sukhasya iti. Brahmatmakam Sukham ityartaha. Brahma Samsparsham means Brahmanaha Samsparshaha. Brahma Samsparshaha. Yasya Sukhasya Brahma. Yasya Sukhasya Tat. Tadatmya Sukham. Brahmana Samsparshaha. Or Brahmanaha Samsparshaha. Brahma Samsparshaha. Tam Brahma Samsparsham. Tadatmyam Sukham. Tadatmyam Sukha is Agam Brahma iti Jnanena. That Sukham, that Ananda, what is obtained, that Sukha. That is Samsparsha means contact. Contact with the Brahma. Contact with the Brahma means what? Recognition of the Atma to be Brahma. That is the contact of the Brahma means recognition of oneself to be Brahma. And that oneself to be Brahma, that is the Sukha is Brahma Sukha, Swarupa Sukha. So Brahma Samsparsham means Swarupa Sukha Mityartaha. Contact with Brahma, contact with one Swarupa, contact with Atma. Here contact is not physical contact. Here contact is only in terms of knowledge. There is no karma, there is no effort involved. Therefore only Sukhena, therefore only Anayasena. All Vishaya Sukhams are obtained with effort. A lot of effort is required. But here there is no effort because it is Swarupa Sukha. So Brahmatmakam ityartaha. Brahma Sansparsham is Brahmatmakam, Brahma Swarupam ityartaha. Brahma Sansparsham. Samsparshaha is contact. Here contact is how do you have contact with Brahma? You are Brahma. Then contact with the Brahma is it is Brahmatmakam ityartaha. Brahmatmakam atyantam sukham ashnute prapnoti. Brahma Samsparsha Sukham prapnoti. That which is the nature of Brahma, that he gains, he attains very easily. Very easily means in attaining that, if the student, if the person is a prepared one, adhikari, then there is no difficulty. Preparation involves effort. Preparation for this jnanam involves effort. Once a person is an adhikari, then gaining this is easy. There is no difficulty involved. Brahma Sansparsham, Atyanta Sukham, Sukhena Ashnute. Easily he gains. So therefore, this is a palam. This is the dhyana palam. So what is the palam of this Nididhyasanam? Sukha praptihi, Ananda praptihi, Swaswarupa Ananda praptihi. Discovering oneself to be. Use the word praptihi, but we have to know the prapti is jnaptihi, jnana ityartaha. Swaswarupa praptihi is gaining the swarupa of oneself. It's not contradictory. Gaining the swarupa of oneself. Swarupa cannot be different from me. It is me. What is me is that swarupa. Then what is the gaining? Because I don't know, I have wrong notion, or I have wrong notion. Therefore, removing that, I know it. I know that to be me. That is Swarupa Ananda Prapti. That Swarupa is Ananda. So gaining that Ananda, discovering that Ananda to be myself, that is Swarupanandam. Swarupananda Prapti. That Sukham Ashnute. Atma Jnanam Labate Ityartaha. Purnatvam Atma Jnanam Swarupanandam Labate Jnanena. Therefore, he is free. Muktaha Bhavati. Free from samsara. Atyantam Sukham Ashnute. Not Vishayananda. Vishaya Sukha. Therefore, he is free. Jivan Muktaha Bhavati. Nothing can touch this person. Sukha Dukke Same Kritva Labha Labho Jaya Jayo. Now that is what was a sadhana. Now for this person, it is siddha. Sukha dukkhe samekrita, as a upadesha it was given before. Now for this person who has gained this jnanam, for him it is a siddha vishaya. So what has been said in the Satapragya Lakshana, dukkeshu anuvidmagnaha, sukeshu vigataspirgaha, vitaraga vayakrodha, all this becomes natural. Yes sarvatra anabhisnegaha, tattat prapya shubhashubham. Shubham prapya ashubham prapya. Shubham prapya na abhinandati, ashubham prapya na dveshti. That becomes natural for this person. So, Siddhaprajnaha bhavati ityartaha. Then the next shloka, 29. We will read another beautiful shloka here. These shlokas are meant for contemplation. The shloka as well as the following shlokas. We will read this. Sarvabhutastamatmanam.
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं
Sarvabhutani chatmani.
सर्वभूतानि
सर्वभूतानि
चात्मनि
चात्मनि
Ikshate yoga yuktatma.
ईक्षते
ईक्षते
योगयुक्तात्मा
योगयुक्तात्मा
Sarvatra samadarshanaha.
सर्वत्र
सर्वत्र
समदर्शनः
समदर्शनः.
There is Sarvatma Bhava. Sarvatma Bhava. Samadarshana previously also we saw. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gaviyastini. Shurishchaiva Shupake cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha iti. Already we have seen Panditaha Jnaninaha. Jnanis, they enjoy Samadarshanam. The Samadarshanam is a word to be understood properly. Not that everything is same. What is that? Samadarshanam is everything is same. Everything is not same. It means everything is same, at the same time everything is not same. Everything is same. We can say Swarupa Drishtya. That is, everything is same, like the waves, the foam, the bubbles, the breaker. They are not different from water. They are not different from water from the standpoint of water, jalam. But they are different. They are different. We say tsunami destroyed. We don't say ocean destroyed, tsunami destroyed. But tsunami means what? Tsunami is a wave. The wave destroyed. Wave is what? The wave is, it's a huge wave. It's given a name tsunami. It's water only. So it is all the way water. In that sense, it is Samadarsha. But in terms of Nama Rupa, it is different. So in the Vyavahara, we say tsunami destroyed. Tsunami means water. It is water only. Water only destroyed the land, destroyed the country. So Nama Rupa Drishtya Vedagasti. That is why we name wave. If it is a huge tsunami, then it bubbles, foam, etc. Are they same? Small wave doesn't even fed the land, whereas huge wave tsunami destroy the land. Are they same? They are same, at the same time they are not same. So Samadarshanam is understanding that everything to be water, but Nama Rupa Vedaha Asti. There are differences in terms of its Nama and Rupa, and therefore function also. The small wave is not as much strong as the tsunami wave. So therefore that's a different. Vedaha Asti Eva. Similarly, all beings are same when we say. Everybody is same. That is Atma Drishtya. That is, from the standpoint of the Atma, all are same. From the amoeba to the human being who is considered to be the roof of the creation, they are same only. Everything is Atma. It doesn't exclude anything. Everything is everything. Even the smallest thing, minutest, it is Atma only. They are same. From the standpoint of Atma, Swarupa Drishtya, Atma Drishtya, same. But they are not same in terms of Namarupa. Namarupa means in Vyavahara. In terms of Namarupa, that is in Vyavahara, they are not same. In Vyavahara, everything has its place. It doesn't mean we make distinction. Our Shastra is very clear about this. This modern people, they don't understand this. It's very clearly says everything is same, but in Vyavahara, everything has a place. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Astani Shurishchaiva Shapakecha. Even the dog eater, with regard to him also, a Pandita has got Sama Darshanam. The Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, the one who has Vidya, the knowledge, and the person is humble, that person, even the dog eater, both are same. It doesn't mean both can be asked to assemble at the Sabha. Even in Vyavahara, they have got a place. In Vyavahara, they cannot be equated. But Swarupa Drishtya, they are same. Vyavahara Drishtya also, they are Ashaucha. They don't practice cleanliness. Naturally, when a person is not clean, when a person is not clean, who will be willing to sit next to the person? So therefore, everything has a place. It doesn't mean that they are distinguished, they are treated down, ill-treated. That is not the meaning. But we take literally, that's a problem. We take literally, that is a problem. Even if the dog eater has got Sattva Guna, is Jnani, is worshipable. Not because he's a dog eater, he is dismissed. If he is a Jnani and continues to eat dog, he can, because he is born in that family. Doesn't cause any papam to that person, but he is worshipable. And they are worshipped like the Vyada. The Dharma Vyadaha is there, Mahabharata. Dharma Vyadaha, his job is butchery. He's got a slaughtering house. He was in charge of that. He was the head of that. He owns that. He's a Jnani. His job is killing the animals, slaughtering them, selling the meat. But he's a Jnani. A young brahmachari who wants to gain this knowledge, he comes and asks him, begs him this jnana. So, by profession, he may be a butcher, by knowledge, he is a jnani. So, what distinction we make? So, Shastra is very clear about all those things. But people don't, those who don't understand, they confuse. Samadarshana means they see it is physically same. Physically, if you see it as same, then it is problem with the eyes. There may be cataract. It is not same at the physical level, same at the adhyatmika level. Therefore, Samadarshanaha here says, that's why the shloka is important. Samadarshana, that is in terms of jnanam. Samyak darshanam, samadarshanam. Atma darshanam, samadarshanam. Jnani enjoys Atma darshanam, Brahma darshanam. Therefore, he is Samadarshi. Everything is Brahma. There is nothing other than Brahma. Brahmadarshi becomes Samadarshi. That Brahma Ahamasmi Atmadarshi, that Atmadarshi is Samadarshi. Therefore, that person, with reference to his individual Upadhi, when from the individual Upadhi, he looks upon the entire, the world, the Prapancha, which includes all these beings, as same, as not different from himself. That is the vision. That is the vision, and that is what is talked about in this shloka. We will see the meaning in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavada.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣಜಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.